If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Hi, welcome back to part 2. Sorry about that really short 1 minute or first part. Best laid plans and all that shit. You know, you think 7 o'clock start is late enough, but it wasn't. Anyway, sometimes that's why I like being on my own, because then I can do stuff when I want to. You know, I'll eat before I need to play. Anyway, shut up with your guinea pigs in your background, running around like they own the place.
Having the time of their life.
Free-range guinea pigs.
Yeah. They actually own the place. I'm just here.
If you hear any noises in the background, that's a policeman arguing with someone, so don't worry. Anyway, where were we? So yeah, so you got a so they took you to their treasure trove.
Yep, casting detect magic.
And you're casting detect magic.
Correct.
Okay.
So, what glows?
Nothing glows.
Yep.
As a distraction, I'm gonna turn to Luvash.
Right.
Good sir.
Okay, so I just because I can, because it's active. Once I sweep the actual inside of it, you said there's nothing at all.
Nope.
Yep. Then I step out, look to Arius, and I say, "Yep, we'll take the call." I sweep the rest of the camp while I've got it on.
Good sir. Your daughter was worth one treasure gift. We've come from far and wide, and we're quite an eclectic group of individuals here. They're quite capable of spectacular feats of violence and helpfulness. We've already liberated they have liberated an orphanage, saved a church. One treasure piece. Surely we could. Each of us could have a treasure piece.
Neroon casually starts scooting back away, in a sense of, I don't know where the fuck this is coming from. This is him talking, not me.
But it's also, it's not Garrett, is it?
No, but I think Neroon is the only one that doesn't know.
No, it was.
Oh yeah, it was revealed to all of us.
Yeah, it was revealed. I was confronted him on it based on what Ark was saying, and that was in the group as a whole.
he says one gift is worth a small fortune.
That's how you feel about it. Fair enough.
I think go with my
Do
friends.
you not feel like we're giving you? You're not getting enough.
Well, no, you're being more than generous enough.
Yes.
It is just
Because
I'm speaking for myself because we did save your daughter. Not only did we save your daughter, sir, we brought her kidnapper to you.
It is worth Rovashi speaks for himself on this matter.
To mete out justice. We didn't have to do that.
No, you didn't. I didn't have to give you a reward.
We are fine.
Do you not?
Okay.
I assume you do not want the reward then. And he starts to close the treasure. Open.
Why would you get
Freckle?
that idea that we would not want the reward?
Freckle, do you want to go ahead and go collect the gold?
He says, I clearly have insulted you by offering you such a small amount. We as a group cannot offer you much more than the one thing. So he closes the door and locks it.
Oh Jesus,
One
no!
gold piece, like just one piece of gold.
Rovash, if I may speak, My friend here spoke only for himself on this matter, and indeed it has not been quite in his right mind for the day. Speaking as the group, you are more than generous in your offer. You are more than kind in your offer of a reward.
Okay.
He spoke for himself on this matter. If you're still...
He says then you should keep your dog on a leash.
Dog, I want Pluto back.
And maybe...
I want
maybe,
Pluto. Who you calling
Oh
dog?
no!
I'm reaching out and just tipping Garrett around the back of the head. Or Garrett's body around the back of the head.
Can I roll for like deception and like try and win him over?
I'm gonna...
Needs a bit of role play in what you're gonna do, Eve.
You know what?
And then I'll tell you what you do.
This camp is miserable and it sucks. I'm going back to town to go shopping. I'll see you later.
Yes, you do that and leave those that are understanding of the Vistani people.
I understand that they're cheap. And he's
knowing
walking,
the barking of such an imperious...
Okay.
Please,
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 we just not embarrass ourselves and let's go. And I start after Garrett.
I'm saying, Luvash, you must forgive our friend. Our friend is not of the right mind. He has been listening far too much to those. He has been listening to a dark inner demon within himself. And unfortunately, it is a demon which speaks, not Garrett themselves.
In short, he is an impetuous hound who is barking beyond his station and does not speak for the group. I deeply apologize for what he said to you, Rovash, and what he insinuated in his words. You have my deepest apologies. And Aris will lower himself into a deep bow.
I will also do that. And I will also offer the quarterstaff to be beaten with. As
he obviously doesn't know what that means, but okay, he just looks at... All right, he takes the quarterstaff off you and goes, "Thank you for the firewood."
No. Look, sorry. In my culture, when someone is rude towards their superiors, there is swift and violent punishment. The quarterstaff is for you to. My quarterstaff is to be used by you to provide the punishment.
We have our own way to provide punishment.
Then perform that, but please do not allow the words of one idiot to
sour the perception of us, the rest of the group. He spoke without thought. We spoke without consideration.
Okay, we don't need to.
And for that, we deeply apologize.
Vash, you seem like a pretty cool dude.
Oh no.
It's not our fault that he's an idiot. We accept the offer very kindly. And did I mention you have really lovely eyes? My God, beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yes. He unlocks the door.
You are too kind. Kind.
You're a lovely gentleman. Thank you very much.
He says the rest. So he does say this will be to split amongst the four of you.
Perfect. Wouldn't have it any other way, hon.
You mean 5?
4?
Oh right, Arcus left as well.
Yeah, Ark went after go.
Yes. Sorry.
We'll split it between the.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, don't say it in front of him though. Come on, just take the
I'm
fucking gold.
I'm speaking out to Captain.
Yeah, this is me speaking out of character.
Okay.
I thought James had made a mistake. No.
You are too kind, Lovash, and your actions speak to the generosity of the Vistani people as a whole. Thank you.
He also says, so he's like, we'll come into the tent and we share some wine, yes?
Love to.
Perfect. Please may I have my quarterstaff back?
He says you gave it to me to use. You gave it to me though.
To use to punish me.
Yes, so if I put it on the fire, that is punishment to you, yes?
Oh, fuck.
Precisely. Go ahead and do that.
No.
That's kind of a dick. Yeah.
Please.
You guys gonna bitch out to a bunch of thieves living outside the city. Jeez.
Wow. Nathan's angry.
No, I'm not angry. I'm not angry.
He hands you back the quarterstaff.
Thank you.
So, he says, come sit by the fire. We have a tradition, us Vistani, when people share the fire with us. It's usually tell a story, but I think we should. Let me cut to the chase. We as you rescued my daughter, we us Vistani still owe you a great gratitude. If you need anything from elsewhere, as we can come and go from Barovia as we wish. If you need any item of potency, I guess would be the word. If you pay us half up front, we can acquire you the item and bring it back to Barovia, and it will take us 4 days.
It's very kind of you.
To bring you the item back.
Thank you, Luvash. How would you feel about delivering a letter?
A letter?
Yes.
Certainly, as long as it's easy to be delivered. Well, no, not easy, but he's not going to go. No offense.
Big fucking letter.
He's not going to go. He's not going to go into the Underdark to deliver a letter, right?
That is fair. Well, hang on. Aha! Finally, a use for my background feature.
That's funny.
Because my background thing is that I've got contacts. Being a spy, but which is a variant of the criminal background. So I say to him, if you would please give me some time, I have a letter and I have a contact in the far realm city of Waterdeep. I shall provide you their name and where you may find them, and how to get into contact with them so that they will know you are delivering something of mine, and they will in turn pass on my message that I wish to use. So you do not need to risk yourself and your fellow members in my adopted home.
Okay.
It is not quite an item from beyond Barovia, but I do wonder, Luvash, if you pardon the question, we need to travel a far distance soon. Would it be possible to purchase from you a steed?
Just the one?
Well, probably 3, and at the least. I just wonder the price, if you would permit such a purchase.
What sort of horses are they?
Horse kind.
Draft horses?
Yeah, they're draft horses. He has got 6... Well, we have got 6 riding horses.
How much would that cost us to purchase from you?
Make it 75 gold per horse.
Ask me to do maths. Give me a second.
6. 450.
450, yes.
I've got a calculator here.
I actually did that in my head because it's 150 times 3.
Oh,
I've got a calculator here.
So it would cost us 450 gold for all 6 draft horses.
Would you permit, Luvash, for us to bring the offer to our friend who went to collar the Mad Dog and the Mad Dog himself? He is part of the group, despite how loud his bark was.
He says, certainly, I can, I mean, we're not going anywhere.
That is most appreciated. Thank you, Gulash.
So basically, what he's offering you all, right, the four of you that are there, if you want a magic item, he can. If you pay him half of it, half up front, they can go out into the world or out of Barovia, and go, but potentially purchase you a magic item if you need a magic item.
How would the cost be calculated? Just to check.
Sorry.
How would the cost of the item be calculated?
It will just be the standard price, and then you just got to pay half up front.
Okay.
And then it will take 4 days for it to arrive.
Okay. I'll have to think on that then. I'll have to think.
So he says, so I can tell you're not from how do I say, around these parts.
You're not wrong. Quite.
That is true. We are not from here.
I assume you come from I assume you come from the Sword Coast, because of Waterdeep. Yes.
Yes, myself and Eve here from the city.
And to an extent, myself.
Freckle,
I rarely see the coast.
I can't recall. Did you ever say where your home is situated?
Sorry, what did you say?
Did you ever say where your home was situated? On the Sword Coast, but the exact region.
It's in the forest. I don't know where. I forgot where it was.
Unnamed friend. Yes, unnamed friend comes from the forest on the Sword Coast.
Yeah. Yes.
Yet to be determined name.
Oh, it's Bergenstead. Oh, Bargenstead. It's Bargenstead. So this is where I lived, in the forest. In a town called Bargenstead.
Is that interesting? I have visited the Sword Coast quite often. It is very warm there right now.
What was the season when we left?
Summer. There was a heat wave.
So yeah. So okay, that's good to know.
It's as warm as being next to a lava pit.
He looks at you.
I do apologize.
Puzzled.
I do apologize if this is brash of me, Lovash, but you offer to share a story by the fire. Perhaps, as you say, you're not going anywhere. We could do so later. I would not wish that wild dog to be off his leash for too long. You understand?
What? Where's Jesse gone?
Update.
I'm up here.
Yeah, I think update for his webcam or something.
He's got auto update turned on, I think.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Is he back? Maybe?
Oh no.
Nope, not back yet.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, there we are.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
Jesse's
So yeah, he says you're free to come here at any time. You are considered part of part of my extended family. Just don't bring the dog.
Understandable. Can I make an insight check, please, when he said part of the extended family?
Certainly.
How sincere is he calling us such? I'll drop it in the tower, yes?
Yes, please.
Does he want a new wife?
Is that the right one? Yep.
No, he's married.
Don't know if he has an old
Damn.
wife, for that matter.
You can ask if he wants a mistress.
Yeah, doesn't want to be on the side. It can beat the shit out of him.
Not really well.
Get on really well with his daughter. Sorry.
So what are you trying to tell?
How sincere is he in calling?
He's very sincere. He's as sincere as he can be.
Okay. Good to know.
But you could have rolled terribly, and I could just be lying to you. He says, I do have a favour. If you you seem quite accomplished of yourself.
By all means, ask.
If you by any chance head to the winery. Wine around these parts are getting a bit, how do you say, low. If you're going to acquire 6 barrels of wine for me, I will bring you something from, something important from, I will fetch you, some form of magical sword from the Sword Coast.
You have to get wine for someone else.
Yes, the
Yes.
blue
We are heading that way anyway. Yes, we're heading that way anyway.
It's a side quest I forgot about.
Yeah, there's loads of side quests in this game.
Yeah.
That's why we need the horses. Get there quicker. But yes, if we head that way, we shall certainly do so. You have our word, Luvash.
Well, he says, well, if there's anything else I can do for you, please ask away.
I think we're
Most
good.
appreciated. Thank you.
Luvash, 2 things. One, would you perhaps know what the price would be for a slightly more powerful... What would be the cost to have a spear with adamantine in it?
What?
And adamantine is the thing that allows you to do non-magical magical damage. So it would prevent any attack from being... So if a creature's got resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons, adamantine is the thing that you need to prevent that from happening.
Is that correct? Out of game?
Yes.
I don't know.
That's what Sam's been telling me.
So.
What do they come under? Do they come under
double,
magic?
Yeah, but it's like double or triple the price of the item. Maybe even more. You can look it up in the DMG guide, I think. But yeah, it's if you use adamantine is so hard that it does, but it's it doesn't require a magical enchantment.
Yeah.
How rare is it?
It doesn't give you any bonuses to hit.
500 gold. So, Adamantine Weapons. Melee weapons made of or coated with adamantine are unusually effective when used to break objects. When an adamantine weapon hits an object, the hit is a critical hit. The adamantine version of a melee weapon costs 500 gold pieces more than the normal version, whether the weapon is made of the metal or coated with it.
Okay, that might be a bit out of my price. That's out of my price range, and even with the 650 golds divided between us. 4.
Yeah.
5 ways.
The reason I was asking was because I was hoping that if I could afford it, I would be able to provide you with the money to purchase one for me.
And he says, but you don't have the money, correct?
The 650 Are we splitting the 650 gold between us three? Us four, sorry?
I think we're saying between the four, but I think between the six.
Damn it.
It's very possible.
Hey, add a character, Neroon, Cam. I'll give you mine. You can have my share.
Well, I don't
once you talk to Garrett / Nameless again, he's gonna refuse it anyway. He doesn't want that gold.
Yeah.
So,
what about when they speak to proper Garrett the next day?
Well, I don't know. So Nameless knows a little bit about Garrett in the first place. So Garrett would not have accepted the reward anyway, because it's a little insulting. Because it insinuates that Garrett would not rescue a little girl without some sort of expectation of reward, when just recovering a little girl is the right thing to do. So Garrett would get a whole different read on this camp than he'd get the same read that Nameless is, that these guys are just bandits and thieves living out here in the middle of, outside the city. And the very fact that I didn't hear this, but I mean, this is just player. This is my assumption as a player. The very fact they can come and go as they please, and they're just kind of living off of the soulless basically in the city, when they could be going someplace else and making a living. That to me suggests that they're up to no good in the first place anyway.
Well, we know they can come and go for ages because they have the favor of Strahd.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But
so they prey on the unfortunate, and that's why they're not let inside the city in the first place.
But yeah, Nehruin would end up with 216 gold.
216 gold.
With
Garrett's refusal.
Yes.
Kind of don't like that they were whipping that boy. Can I?
It's probably
Have we left the camp?
Nope, you're still there.
Can I seek out the boy who was whipped?
Certainly.
Okay.
So, 216 plus 14.1, I would have just enough to pay for the half up front.
And I only don't refuse gold because I need it to copy spells into my spellbook.
Yeah.
So it's the only reason I don't refuse.
But I don't. But it would be meta for. It would be meta for Nehruin to know that Garrett would also refuse the money, so he's not taking that into consideration.
I don't know how Adamite is added or done in this game. I'm not on this on Fantasy Grounds. I'm not sure.
It would be an item. I think it would be listed as an adamantine, whatever. It's how it's listed in the rulebook, at least. So it'd be like an adamantine spear.
Yeah, because the only other option would be to get a +1 added to my quarterstaff, and that would also be pricey. In fact, it might be pricier.
Antimatter rifle. What?
These guys can also get magical items that they're shady as shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry I've sold the roleplay, everyone. I was just thinking it's, because we've not leveled up in a while, and Nehruin is thinking that because once I reach a certain level, Nehruin will be able to punch, and that will be his attacks will be magical in that sense. But the quarterstaff will remain non-magical. So he's thinking ahead.
Yeah, but Freckle was going to see Alexei.
Yeah.
I think it's Alexei.
Yeah, Alexia.
Alexia.
So, what are you doing, Blaine? Sorry, Freckles. You find him, he's sort of weeping a bit in the, he's sort of you find him, he's face down, laying in the ground, not on his back, and just laying on the floor in quite a bit of pain.
How old does this guy look like? He was a teenager and stuff, right?
No, he's a young man, so he's probably in 18, coming up to probably 18 to 20.
Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Are you okay? Are you doing okay?
He says, do I look okay?
No, I'm afraid you do not. Why were you punished like that?
He says, what do you mean?
The whipping, the injuries on your back.
Because he says, it's none of your business.
Yeah, I was just curious. I just wanted to see how you were.
Why does it matter to you? I failed in my duty.
Okay. What is your duty?
I was. He begins to say, wait. I was supposed to keep an eye on his daughter.
Okay. Yes, I'm so sorry that you but that's were you doing something you like weren't supposed to be doing? Did you like fall asleep or something?
It's my fault. I should have watched the little brat more. I should have watched the little brat more closely. It is my fault. I deserved the punishment. It was my role. It was my duty.
And that is debatable, but you know, I'm sure you will do better next time. Do you need any help with treating your wounds?
He says, well, I can't touch my back. It's painful. Can you not see there's whip marks in my skin?
Yes, those wounds will get infected if they are not treated properly. Okay, and so I'm gonna see if I can like do some medicine on his back.
Oh, you're not going to use magic?
I don't really have magic to use.
Wow, rubbish. You're terrible.
I'm sorry, but I used it and we haven't taken a rest yet. So I'm gonna do what I can because that's what I do. I just want to keep his wounds from being infected, okay? God damn it. Okay, so medicine. I'll roll that in the tower.
Okay, what does the skill medicine do?
I think it's just, like I don't know, I find some kind of antiseptic or I ask around for antiseptic and I'm able to treat his wounds. Like, it's mostly roleplay at this point. I think if you have like a medicine kit, you can like stabilize some people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you spend a while, like probably nearly an hour, like dabbing like detox into his like wounds or whatever, antiseptic stuff, and he's wincing like a child. As you like clean the wounds and other such things. What am I looking at? I went to look up something and I can't remember what I went to go look up.
How to get Adamantine weapons?
Yeah, because all I can find is Adamantine armor.
So an Adamantine Spear costs 501 gold pieces.
Yep.
Weighs 3 pounds. And
did you find it?
I looked it up on a certain search engine website.
Is it in the play? Where would I? Sorry, I'm a fix. I just don't know where I'd find. I'm getting distracted. What was I? Yeah, Sublime. Freckles. You spend about an hour like treating this guy because he's got lots of whip marks. He's not just one wound you're treating. You're treating a whole series of like lashes on his back. But you do an excellent job on cleaning those wounds, patch, and like maybe wrapping him in some sort of bandage or something, just to keep it from. Yeah, you do a really good job, and it's like, at the end of it, it's like, it's still sore, but thank you. What is your name, young gnome?
My name is Tatapapa Melganifraxis Amelia, but you may call me.
Bless you.
Okay. What?
Bless
My
you.
name is Frank. Oh, what?
Bless you.
Bless
Bless
you.
you?
Because you said
When you
that.
I
don't
thought you
understand
sneezed.
something.
Oh, no, I didn't. that was my name. It's very long. But you may call me Freckle. Like the thing in your face.
He says, I'm Alexiel. It's Alex, but with an EI at the end.
Lexi.
Alexi.
Yeah.
Lexi.
Alexi Sal. I'm Alexi Sal.
That is a very nice name. Just make sure that you don't make the wound, like make sure it is covered. Put this on it, so it stays clean. Just be careful. We don't want that to get infected because it could get very bad.
Okay. Right, and what's the rest?
Adamantine weapons are found in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. The spear specifically is on page 78.
Yeah, so I'm not using those books, Cameron.
Oh, okay. So.
I did say, like, when we made the game, I was only using the player's handbook. I've got access to it. I do have it, but it's sort of, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole just yet. Does that make any sense? Or am I being too...
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yes. During that time, Aris would have tried to leave to catch up to Ark and Nameless, so that Jesse and Nathan aren't just sat there.
Alright. Okay, yeah, so we'll cut over to Nathan, Garrett and Ark as you sort of like leave the camp. What are you two doing?
I'm just trying to keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't do anything weird.
Weird.
I have this weird feeling that like you're possessed in some fashion, and I don't.
You guys are okay.
So I'm just trying to make sure you don't like kind of like wolf out and then like murder somebody and come back all bloody.
I got you. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what the big deal is.
Exactly. It's like,
No, he's legit just pissed.
All right. Yeah. I just want to.
Their souls are already damned. I have no interest in them.
Okay, but what's up with you?
What do you mean?
Like,
what do you mean? What's up with me?
Dude, you're brutal. You're like a lot more. You're like plus extra, man. You're just like there's something up.
Simply asked that bandit chief if he would offer us a little bit more and reward. Look how he responded.
I'm talking about like with the dude back there at the fucking lake, and then bringing him here. Just like what happened. We're all
how else would you
upright
and
kindness and yeah, but how I would. It doesn't matter how you would. You're.
He never would have come back out of the lake. See, I'm trying to be a good. What is it? What's the word? Group member, team member. 'Cause I don't want to go back to the way things were.
So, like, do we have to worry about you?
Why would you have to worry about me? Have I given you a reason to worry about me? I could have easily thrown Bluto into the lake when I reached for him and pulled him into the canoe, which would have been the right thing to do, by the way.
Well...
What do you think they're going to do to him?
Well, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
So you're not okay meting out justice yourself, but if it happens... But if you hand him over to somebody else to do it for you, then that's okay.
If it's their job.
What do you mean if it's their job?
If it's their job, I mean, and look, it's the little girl about to be drowned.
Listen,
come on.
You're morally ambiguous, and I love that. I don't have a problem with that.
Yes, I am.
I'm just perplexed as to why you have a problem with me being morally ambiguous.
No, I just don't get it because you were so like with the kids. before you're different, and I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't want to listen. I just told you I don't want to go back to the way things were. Why would I want to live out why would I want to meet out a small existence in the abyss where I could just get eaten or scooped up or tortured or whatever for however long the next higher demon in the hierarchy wishes to torture me, when I could just stay here and experience life.
Well, yeah, but you know that you're in a dude that's like all like holy, right?
Oh yeah,
and, like,
his soul is intact. Let me tell you what.
Yeah, but
He's
you know,
impenetrable. But I'm playing the long game. I'm working on him.
You're playing a really dangerous game there, guy. I don't really understand it.
What don't you understand?
I mean, we can get you out if that's what you want.
No,
my master knows
you're
that
not understanding.
kind of stuff.
What would I do if I'm out?
Whatever you wanted.
No, if I do whatever I want when I'm out, I'm probably going to be hunted down and killed or banished. I was born in the blackness of the abyssal night, but I wasn't born last abyssal night. I'm safe. I'm safe right where I'm at. I've survived for centuries.
Nice to meet you. And I
All right,
put up my hand.
nothing's changed.
Then are you going to the party, or is
I
Garrett
am
going?
I've never been to a dinner party. I'm most definitely going to the dinner party. I can feel him inside me. He's fighting. He's fighting really, really hard.
Does he know I'm talking to you?
No.
Okay. Well, just
He's fighting some battle in a dream right now.
All right. Well, just in case, Garrett, try your best. You can do it. Okay. Let's go to the party.
Let's go shopping first.
Okay.
He has horrible taste in clothing. Let me tell you what. And for one thing, he doesn't own any decent clothing.
Well, Ark is not the person to take clothing shopping because he has no fashion sense. But, he likes bright and garish, so.
That's the problem. When you go into a clothing store, I'm under the impression that they have people that know those things.
Well, I'm sure.
I'm mostly naked myself. But, yeah. I'm gonna trust in the proprietor of the clothing store, I guess it's called.
All
Try and
I said it's a bit cold for nudity here. Things will shrink a
demon doesn't wear clothing. That's why I said he's naked.
Yeah.
He's trying to be delightfully smart-ashes about it.
So, we'll cut back to the camp. Right. So what else? So you also adamantium weapons.
Adamantium is marble.
Yeah, but that's pretty much what it is, right? Isn't it?
Nerding the fuck out.
Nerd out.
I think the reason why it's called Adamantium is to prevent Wizards of the Coast getting their asses sued by Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's our game. Fuck them.
Yeah, I have to go to the washroom. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, we've been going 45 minutes. Should we take a 10-minute break?
Sure.
I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Right. We'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. Don't touch that dial.